Am I an animal standing here speaking to you? Are you an animal sitting there listening to me? Are you men, women, or livestock? I think sometimes it's a little hard to tell the difference, isn't it? What exactly is the difference? We are, after all, mammals. We emerge from the womb, nourished by our mother's milk. We have to eat and drink to survive, and we have to mate with the opposite sex if you're into the whole reproduction thing. No. Some people do just fine accomplishing nothing in their life besides just those basic things. Sure, it might seem like they work, they have a career, they have money, but ultimately those needs are what they invest everything into. And naturally, drugs and alcohol help to convince you that those really are the only things you need. And what's more, they'll try to get you in on it. Hey dude, let's take some bong hits. Hey girl, you should totally have casual sex and one-night stands. Hey, you should watch porn. It's natural, healthy. Everyone does it. Yo, let's get booze. Let's get fucked up. YOLO. Live every day like it's your last. Is that happiness? Those men and women who dedicate their lives on purpose to living like animals, are they truly men and women? Or are they simply masquerading in the skins of men and women? And are they happy doing so? I don't think so. Because there's only two things separating humankind from the beasts. Two things that, if neglected, will condemn you to a pit of hedonistic misery if you turn your back on them. I'm talking, of course, about the mind and the spirit. Now, whether these gifts were given to us by God or something else is up to you. But regardless, it is thanks to these that out of all the millions of species that have evolved on this planet, only we have ever come out on top as the masters. Because the mind allows us to imagine a future. And not just imagine, but bargain with it. Make terms with it. Ask what kind of sacrifices do I have to make that future happen. And once we have that future planted firmly in our thoughts, it's the spirit. When I say spirit, I'm not talking about your ghost or your soul that goes to hell or heaven when you die. The spirit is that which takes that future and manifests it into reality. It is these gifts that let us surmount the body rather than be surmounted by it, to tame the bestial trappings of flesh and use it as a vessel to nourish the ever-floundering spirit within. Now this, of course, is really damn hard. Why? Because living like an animal is exponentially easier. It takes no effort at all. Your body says, I want this, and you, like a slave, obey it, seduced by it. And then your incredible intelligence, your spirit, withers away to nothing, along with your purpose. And then before you know it, you're 40. You can't speak to your spouse without mutual resentment. You can't bear to look at your kids because in them you see the same cowardice that you see in yourself. And the only accomplishment that you have to your name is the destruction of all the dreams that you had when you were young. It is a dangerous, goddamn road. But you don't have to take it. Say, for instance, that you're at a really low point in your life. You're not really doing anything useful. Or living for anything important and noble. And something might come along and inspire you, give you just that little nudge to your conscience. And then what will happen is your spirit will cry out for recognition. And that's a really scary thing, because that's when you know that you have to take responsibility and clean yourself up and start doing something useful with your life, which is no easy thing, because you are so used to giving your body what it wants. And now you're telling it no? Now, I'd like you to close your eyes and imagine something, if you will. Imagine there's a farm, and it's next to a steep cliff by the ocean. And at this farm, there's about 100 cows. And they go through their life fattened by artificial feed and injected with all kinds of synthetic drugs and hormones. And they're bred with specific bulls. And they're content to live this way until the pressure gun is put to their head. But that's not going to happen this time, because now the farm is burning. It's on fire. And the cows escape. They're free. But they don't know what to do without the farm. They're panicking. They're directionless, wandering. They don't know what to do. And then they see in the distance a strange, flaring figure of light approaching them. And it's brighter than anything they've ever seen. It's bright. It's the brightest thing. And they are terrified. And the vast majority of them will panic, and they will run as a herd straight towards that cliff. And they will fall. But a small handful of cows stays. They're more scared than they've ever been, but they stand their ground as this strange figure of light gently approaches them. And they will ask, "Who are you?" And this figure of light, shining brighter than the brightest star in the sky, will answer, "I am your spirit. Follow me." You can open your eyes now. There's no reason why any of you in this room shouldn't achieve something great in your lives. Because you're not animals. You're not cows. You are men and women. You are not defined by the temptations of your body. You are defined by the iron will of your spirit. Don't be afraid of it. Embrace it and live through it. Thank you.